Donald Trump held an event yesterday at Club 45, which I guess they're renaming Club 47 because they want Trump to be the 47th president or something. This was such a confusing event during which Donald Trump visibly struggles to drink water at one point. It's really weird. He takes questions from children and still can't answer them in any sensible way. I don't know what the hell this guy is doing, but he is incredibly desperate for relevance. He's desperate for sycophants to suck up to him, which I guess he doesn't feel Fox News and Wall Street Journal are doing anymore to the degree that he wants. Let's look at this first clip. Trump takes a question from a kid who's wearing a Trump One shirt. And remember, the right is worried that the left is indoctrinating children. Think about that as you listen to this.
Hello, Mr. President.
Hi, I love that shirt. It's so beautiful.
Thank you.
He's got a shirt, Trump won.
They're cheering that they are teaching a kid to believe things that simply aren't true.
After you become the 47th president, what are you going to do to stop the war in Ukraine?
Yeah.
So I would literally start calling, not from the day I took over, but from the night I won. And I'd call two people.
Two people.
You know who the two people are? Putin, right? You know who Putin is? And Zelensky.
Zelensky.
And I'd say, we're going to meet. We're going to
That's how he would say it. He would get on the phone and he'd go, we're going to meet.
meet. And I guarantee I could work that out.
Oh, man.
I guarantee. I know exactly what I'd say, by the way. I know exactly. I tell one guy this, and I tell one guy that, and I say, you better make a deal.
Trump's foreign policy ideas, extremely convincing to 9-year-olds. I think that if there's any big ringing endorsement, if there's any bigger ringing endorsement, I can't think of one. Here's another really crazy one. This guy is almost in tears. It really seems like Trump is taking questions from random people, which is totally fine. I actually think it would be, imagine if a president more regularly took questions from random people. I think that that's great. The problem is these people are such delusional sycophants.
President Trump, I'd like to say it's a great honor to be in the same room with you.
By the way, for all I know, this isn't a random person and it's like some fundraising guy or who knows.
Thank you. It's my honor.
I'd also like to thank you for your sacrifice
Yeah.
to the people of this country.
Thank you.
Really a martyr who gave up his great life to help us.
People
Very nice.
don't understand. You had it made in the shade, and you stuck your neck out for us.
That's true. That
And
Oh dear God. This is the United States in 2023. This is the front runner to be the Republican nominee for the presidency of the United States. Trump then pulling out his famous N-word rant, which he just loves.
Nuclear is so devastating that we don't even want to talk about it. And that was a word that was never supposed to be mentioned. You have two N-words, neither of which should ever be mentioned. I said that once. I said, oh, what a terrible thing to say. No. You have two N-words.
Yep.
You know what the one is, but the other is the nuclear word. Not supposed to ever be mentioned. Ever, ever, ever.
Right. But Trump's going to say the N-word for us, I guess, when he talks to Putin, as he likes to say. No Trump event is complete without Trump complaining about the 2020 election, which is now closing in on 3 years ago. And indeed, he did.
There's no way you can lose the election. And we got close to 75 million votes. And that's only what they agreed to. That's only what they say. It's much higher than that, but they agreed to it. So we got, based on that, we got 12 million more votes, right? And we lost a whisker here and a whisker there. And, you know, when you look, Pennsylvania.
I guess he's at least admitting he lost, maybe.
How about Pennsylvania? Pennsylvania was over at 10 o'clock, and then all of a sudden, they had a large drop.
A dump. Yeah, by the way, did you notice he's no longer saying dump? He's now saying drop.
Now, these people are really, it's so sad. It's so sad. I mean, there's no way.
Yeah. So anyway, Trump bemoaning that election that just got away. It just got away from him, really projecting incredible strength with winding 3 years on. Trump then is asked a question by Ashton, who I guess is like a young reporter, a young Republican reporter. And he can't even answer these softball questions in a way that makes sense.
Hi, Mr. President. My name's Ashton. I'm the president of the Palm Beach County Young Republicans.
Very impressive. Very
Yes.
good. Wow.
Yes. So,
Good.
as the club and as young people, what is the strategic campaign messaging to reach millennials and Gen Z?
Well, look, I said I have one little phrase that I think became the most powerful phrase in the history of politics and maybe in any country. You know what the phrase is? Make America great again.
That's going to be his messaging to young people. By the way, it's the same messaging that got him almost no youth vote in 2016 and almost no youth vote in 2020. That's his message.
You go into details. And you know what the details, because we've been talking about them the whole night. Make America great again. Another one, America first. We put America first.
Right.
They're putting America.
That's really going to resonate with Gen Z. You can just tell. At another point, a completely indoctrinated super fan of Trump says, what can we do to fight for you? What can we do? And Trump says, I need your undying support. This is literally a cult. It meets all of the requirements of a cult.
Thank you very much.
And so my question is, since you're fighting for us, what do you want us to do to fight for you?
Just your support, and not even monetary support. I mean, what we need is your absolute undying support.
Undying.
And we have it. And we have other places throughout the country where the spirit, we've never seen spirit like we see it right now. And I think, Donnie, that spirit, that support, and we can't be stopped. And once we're there, we're going to fix this country.
Yep. He's going to fix it as soon as he gets a shot. I mean, okay, he had 4 years and he made the country worse in so many ways. But this time you can believe him. This time he really is going to fix it. Someone in the audience wanted Trump to weigh in on whether AT&T should be dismantled, which is not exactly small government behavior. It's not exactly the lightest touch of regulation that Republicans claim to want. But DirecTV dropped Newsmax. And so now what about dismantling AT&T?
Thank you.
Yeah.
In 1982, AT&T was dismantled because it became too big for its britches. AT&T subsidiary DirecTV just banned Newsmax from broadcasting. Yeah. Is it time to dismantle AT&T again because it's getting too big for its britches?
Yeah. The small government crowd that is against regulation is calling for the government to destroy a business.
Thank you, sir. AT&T is a lousy company. It's highly overlevered. It's run by radical left people. Honestly, it's doing so badly. You know, normally you dismantle when they're doing so well. AT&T is doing badly. They got rid of, they took it and DirecTV, which I guess they own, and they got rid of Newsmax, and hopefully they'll put it back.
Put it back.
And OAN also. OAN was fantastic and still is fantastic, but it's a struggle for them because they're being deplatformed. They deplatformed me, and now they're all begging for me to come back. You know why? Because they're dying out there without us. That's why truth is so good. That's why truth is so good. But you know what I mean. AT&T is like a lousy company. It's leveraged to the hilt.
Yep.
It's doing very poorly, and yet they get rid of a Newsmax and an OAN, who actually both got very good ratings. And I think there's a lot of pressure being put on. AT&T dropped, you know, their stock since that time.
Yeah, the guy in the crowd is very much aware of that. So just a completely unhinged event in every single way. There was the most interesting moment was where Donald Trump seemed to acknowledge something I said yesterday, which is some of the people that are getting into this race against Trump, which is really just Nikki Haley, it may be less about winning than about auditioning to be Trump's VP. And Trump seems to be saying exactly that.
A lot of people are right now auditioning. You know that a lot of people that are running at 1%, 2%, 3%, no percent. We have a couple that are joining. They're at no percent. I say, I wonder what they're doing. I think they're auctioning right now. They're auditioning right now.
They're auctioning. No, I don't think Trump's wrong. And in fact, I think this is one of the possibilities when it comes to Nikki Haley as to why she is not drawing a single policy distinction with Trump. So there it is, Trump addressing supporters and taking questions. Good for him for taking questions. It's just the questions are insane and the answers are even crazier. That's the only downside. But it's a beautiful thing, I think, to take questions from supporters. Let's now focus in on the DeSantis part. Plastic, it's everywhere we look, and not enough is being done about it. 100 billion plastic bags are used and thrown away every year. Here's something super simple you can do to reduce plastic and help the planet a little bit. Our sponsor, Hold On Bags, is the company making plastic-free trash bags and Zip Seal kitchen bags. They're just as strong and high quality as the plastic bags you're used to. Hold On bags are 100% plant-based and home compostable, meaning they break down in just weeks, not decades. Their Zip Seal kitchen bags come in sandwich or gallon size to fit all of your needs, whether it's carrots or crayons. At home, I put all of my food waste in a Hold On trash bag, throw it in the compost pile, and when I throw a Hold On trash bag in my dumpster, I love knowing it's not filling our landfills and oceans with plastic. Single-use plastics harm the planet at every stage: production, disposal, decomposition. Join the growing movement away from single-use plastic. These products are really great. It's so easy to make the switch. Go to holdonbags.com/Pakman and you'll get 20% off with code Pakman at checkout. The link is down below.